out here playing for keeps. I done done too much dirt, I can't stay in the streets. My first op told me he had kids, I laid him to sleep. Now I got 2 kids, I'm praying for peace. It wasn't no shooter's remorse, wasn't no rules in this war. Now we years down the line and I grew and matured.
Champion, we remain here. There's a topic that we got to discuss and cover yet again. You've been here before.
Indeed.
Regarding this particular battle rapper, a lot of controversy over this win as well. It kind of hurt his stock the first time he won Champion of the Year. Mm-hmm. We can get into your Champion of the Year too in terms of 20. You performed above 20. I will say that. we'll get to that. Hold it down. We'll get to that. But Geechi Gotti rematch. What's your thoughts on that?
You got to, right? I mean,
I would assume so.
Everybody knows that Ward Gotti went to a trilogy, boxing wise. Yeah. So I'm sure he wants. I think he said earlier this week he might have to spin the block or something like that. So yeah, I mean, I think it'll be highly anticipated. I think on the correct league, I think it'll be very highly anticipated.
But you don't think it could be on Riot?
Yeah, I think it could be on Riot. Yeah.
The main event right there.
Yeah, that's a.
Or his experiences last time you was on Riot, you couldn't get to battle.
That's true.
You know
that's
what I mean?
true.
The coffee wasn't good.
That's true.
The coffee wasn't good.
It wasn't. Man. It was not. It was not. And then it turned around and got T-top. And nobody cared.
That's battle rap, though.
That's battle rap for you. They care for a week or two. But it provided a great gif of you punching me.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
but that was Street Hammers. That wasn't me.
Oh, Street Hammers made the gif?
I'm saying that was Street Hammers punching you. That wasn't me.
Oh, that was Street Hammers punching you. Oh, okay.
If you watch it, trust me.
All right, got you. No, but yeah, 100%. You know, that's great. Like I said, man. I mean, why would I not do it? Mm-hmm. If he 3-0s me, then we're still just 3-3.
Oh,
you know,
if he 3-0s me, we're just 3-3.
Yeah,
that's a title right there. That's a title.
Yeah, so then we have to do the third one. You know what I mean? Like, but I do think that, like I said, I think a lot of eyes will be on it. You know, I don't have a whole lot of battles with crazy backstories and stuff, you know, and I don't do the whole building the narratives very well. This one sells itself.
That's
you
a
know,
fact.
And so
it forces him to talk shit because that's like, yo, I 30'd you.
Yeah.
So he has to say something to make me believe like he can beat you. Oh, he's like, man, I battle Shotgun Suge next week.
Yeah.
That's going to force you to respond like, come on, I'll beat you regardless.
Yeah.
So it definitely sells itself.
Yeah, exactly. And then this week we kind of had a back and forth, you know, with some words or whatever, just on his opinions on some things or whatever. And I respect Geechi. I mean, I think he's incredible. I called him, you know, in the battle that I battled 2 weeks ago. You know, he's the biggest star to me in battle rap right now, like new star. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just gotta suck that when everybody like, you know, reaches out to him or if I have an opinion on something, he can't fire back because it's like, oh, you talking to me? Me?
It happened.
Oh yeah, it happened. You know? But I definitely think that card could be crazy. The Riot's been putting on crazy events.
They're leveling up. I've heard a few things behind the scenes, so
yeah.
If y'all the main event or be attached to what they got going on in the future, that'd be dope.
Yeah, and then like, I mean, what a better situation for me to even go in there and put on a high quality battle on your league, more than likely in Compton. You know what I mean? Like, people say that he battled me and like we battled in Wichita. Like, it wasn't like you can get to New York City faster than I can get to Wichita. You know, from where I live. You know, so like he did battle in the Midwest in Kansas.
It wasn't the same like if you battling him in LA.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's definitely not me battling him on Riot. You know, so but yeah, that's the kind of stuff I battle for, man. Put my back's against the wall. You know, and so
what would the outcome be?
He can't beat me. Like he can't.
Champion, that's what I think.
He can't.
This is why he can't beat you.
I'm just saying this, and I do not promote violence, right? Yeah. But if you ever fought anybody and just beat them up, right? Are you ever scared if you see them at school or you see them out like that they're gonna beat you up this time? No, you're not. Like that's not how it works.
God. Talk your ish.
Like you just aren't. You just
gonna take this Geechi?
You just know.
Oh my God.
And so I mean, if you want to have it on your league, if you want to have it in your airport, if you want to have it across the street from the play, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm the same way. Like, I'm with it wherever, you know. We could do it on No More Summer Madness. You heard me? but
Go ahead.
But yeah, like I mean, there's not like I'm not worried about losing to Geechi Gotti. I'm just not. You know, I think he'll be much better than he was in the first one. I think I'm much better than I was the first time we battled.
Yeah.
You know, like there's not a rebuttal in that battle. You know, like you know, that's just all material. You know, so I think we're both better. But yeah, I definitely think that I mean, at worst, it's going to be a battle of the year, high quality, debatable battle.
With him taking a loss.
Yeah, with him. I mean, I can't say a clear loss because the way we debate battle rap these days, but it's not. Yeah, nobody's going to see me lose. Like that's not going to happen.
So pretty much that he says, you know, he battled Shotgun Suge the following week.
Right.
Y'all want to battle in a situation where it's like, okay, y'all both had 2 months clearly.
Yeah, he probably needs 2. I probably need about 6 weeks, something like that.
Come on, man.
Oh,
you wilding right now.
No, he's not. No, he's not. This makes the battle happen faster. You know what I mean? We're going to stop putting this shit on the back
But you do
burner.
know, I take a lot of battles too. So like, you know, taking 2 months off for me is kind of scary.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I would definitely want to be at my best because I anticipate him being at his best. Like, if you think about and it's not a headache to him. He's getting paid a lot more than me. He's on the bigger stages than me. Like, he's living fine. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. But he still does have to deal with the tweets and the little, you know. Yeah, you know what I mean? And so, what a better way to, like, silence all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You brought it up, so I'm going to, divulge into it. Actually, the people don't know is that we have an episode with Geechi, and JR and Anwar, and he talks about you. We just never dropped it.
Oh yeah.
I have so much footage in the vault. I'm gonna drop it now.
I don't get views. That's why, right?
No. It was a touchy topic too. It was him talking about you being on URL.
Oh, okay.
He said he'll take you, and the conversation was like, okay, why would A Ward got to do anything else? His stock is pretty good. T Top saying he'll take you.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Geechi said he'll take you amongst a lot of elites and top 2 said he'll take you.
Yeah.
So what else would you have to do? What else? I mean, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
So that kind of was the conversation. So I'll drop it, before this drops.
Dope.
And about that, the question is, and everybody's always hitting you up, why not URL? Why not URL?
Yeah, man. I always tell people I wish that like they would, and they do on Twitter. And I guess I don't know how many conversations or how many interviews there really are out there with like Beasley and Smack or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I wish that they would ask them that, I wish that they would like, oh, wow, I got you here, guys. Yo, what about A Ward, And like put them in front of the camera and have them like have that too. Because right now, all you get is like my And I feel like
I've heard your perspective.
Yeah, and then another thing you can't get twisted is a lot of my conversations happen with P, right? Mm-hmm. And so if I'm talking about URL, I'm normally talking about P. And so I don't want it to get I don't have a bad relationship with URL. I love what they do, man. I'm subscribed to the app. We do a podcast every week where we do predictions and updates and everything on URL battles. Like, it's a bucket list thing for me. But like the negotiation side of the URL thing, is just where it's constantly been a disconnect. And that's kind of where we're at, And so I tell people, I'm like, I don't want to be on a URL roster. I want to battle on URL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I enjoy being an independent contractor, a freelance artist, going and doing. I know how many minutes a game I play.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody else to tell me how many minutes a game I'm playing. I don't want somebody else to tell me, hey, you know what? You're the sixth man now. That's just how I operate, And so I think that I'm at a level of professionalism, affordable price. What I bring to the table is, you can say, yeah, hey, Ward, we want you to come and book you on any event against anybody, and I'm going to be worth it. Mm-hmm. Whereas I think they're looking at it from a way of, we want URL, we want A Ward over here on URL. And that's where the big disconnect is, And so there's just platforms like RBE, King of the Dot, people that have, like, the loyalty I have to them and them pouring into me and giving me big plates.
Consistently, too.
And not caring that I'm battling the Kid Clutch the week before, or that I'm gonna be on the Grand Prix against Nestle, and then now I'm taking RB. That's not in there. They just want to push great talent. Yeah. I can't just look at them and say, "You guys are for the minor league stepping stone. Appreciate everything you did."
Yeah,
now, respect. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of the how I'm built. But it's different for everybody. because guys like Easy, guys like maybe even Real Sick, but some of these newer guys, right? They've been developed.
Yeah.
So there's an artist development. Like, I found you, I scouted you. These Crucibles, people weren't booking you on these levels. You know what I mean? We got you. We brought you in. We put you here, here, here. We paid you, brought you up in the ranks. This is why we don't want you to go over here and turn an ankle in a basketball game that has nothing to do with us, and now you can't play for us.
Yeah.
I've developed. I'm already
You're here. You're
there.
Here.
You know what I mean? And so I think that's kind of, like I said, the disconnect in, like, you guys want to be considered the people that are developing me and telling me what games to play in and stuff like that. And I just want to come over and hoop, you know?
So respectfully, the way you break it down, it seems realistically that it probably won't happen.
Realistically, like, if it can't get to the freelance piece that you see the Ill Wills, the Danny Myers, the Pat Stays, you know, and some of these guys work with, like, unless the way that we're negotiating changes to the point to where there's guarantees and there's, you know, you're not committing yourself to multiple years of your, I mean, I'm 35, like, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna sign some kind of crazy contract or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if we can come to like an agreement, you know, and a compromise, it's very possible, because I wouldn't mind setting aside a year to say, yeah, let's go battle over here. Let's do 3 or 4 battles, you know what I mean? Let's rock out or whatever. But I just don't want to be like employed, you know, by the platform. So
that's a great breakdown right there. I mean, there you go. There you have it. You know, you have to ask the other people on the other side and see what they want to do, and that's it.
Yeah, and like I said, much respect to everything they do, and I completely understand why. Like I just said, you don't want your guys to go over here and do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I understand it completely. That's just, I've never been the guy that said, oh my gosh, my whole goal in battle rap is to be on URL. Some guys, that's their goal, man. Some guys will they'll battle for free just to be able to say they had, you know, they were on URL. And by all means, URL's built a platform to where it's such a tremendous thing that Smack and Beasley have done that, you know, that they can get those guys. That's just not how it lines up with me. So
let's transition real quickly to number 20, champion of the year, 20th spot.
20th spot,
now,
man.
Shout out to Black Compass Media. I think I was on there with you at one point. And I watched this show, and they kind of talked about it. So let's do a quick little breakdown about how you feel about the situation.
Done ruining niggas. I wanted to put myself in a position to help. I want to do that. This nigga got like 100 interviews talking about me.
Get your neck knife. I spin back through on your homies the next night with the 30.